Live each and every day, love and live your way. Do your very best, learn and lead today. Be the best you can, it's your life. Take a stand, so live your best life. Live your best life. Come on and live your best life with Dr. Julia Royston. For I've come that you might have life, and that life to the full, abundantly overflowing. I'm Dr. Julia Royston. Live your best life. Welcome again to another episode. I am always excited and over the top because I have wonderful people to inspire, empower, and educate you on how you can live your, not mine, not their, but your best life. I am super excited to have a wonderful young man who I met a few years ago, and so excited to have him today with us, Mr. Leanord Chatman. And I want him to introduce himself, tell us where he's from, what he does, and how you can follow him, because that's one of the first things I want you to do is look him up, get out your phones, find social media, find his website, and follow him. Mr. Chatman, take it away.
Well, thank you, Madam Julia. You know, I've been calling you that for years.
Yes, sir.
So thank you for everything that you're doing, who you are. Thank you for enhancing the fabric of my brand. Because if it wasn't for you, I would not have my first book. I mean, I'll just say it just like it is. So I'm thankful for your gift and your talents. But it's been said, I'm Leanord Chatman Jr., born and raised a native of Jacksonville, Florida. Anybody that asks me, who is Leanord Chatman Jr.? He's just old fella from Jacksonville, Florida, who loves people. And that's what I was put on this earth to do, is to love people. Love people authentically, organically, and love them for who they are. Julia, you said that I am a speaker, and I definitely am. I've been branding myself for a couple of years as a transformational speaker, because I believe that motivation expires, but transformational or transformation is ongoing, it's everlasting. There is no end to it. So I've always believed that there's two types of people in this world. One, and I'm getting ahead of myself with my two nuggets, but forgive me. But there's one that will transform your life. There's another change the trajectory of your life. The apex, the climax, the height of your life. So you have definitely done that. And so that's why I want to, I've always branded myself as a transformational speaker, because I'm looking to change the trajectory of someone's life. Question, how did I get into it? Great question. When I was 3 years old, my mom was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. I was 3 years old. She was 25. She lost her sight within 24 hours. And even on last night, I said, Ma, you had to lose your vision within a matter of minutes, because when she woke up, May, I believe, of 1980, somewhere up in there, she knows the specific date, she didn't have any vision. And she just celebrated her 55th birthday last Wednesday, and it has not returned to this day. And so one of the things that one of the reasons I became a speaker is because I wanted to infuse or inject what was injected into me. I have never seen my mom quit. And so that's the idea that I try to share with others. Don't quit. And it's simple. We've heard it a dozen times, but I don't know what it looks like, because I've never seen someone quit before in front of my eyes. Even in the midst of chaos, even in the midst of vision loss, my mom has never quit. Two, she's never complained. So that's the concepts that I try to share with people, is to never complain, always be thankful, be positive, because what you speak will happen. I've witnessed it, whether it's good or bad or indifferent. What you speak will happen. child, I don't like this job. Well, they're gonna find a way to get rid of you because you
Oh
don't
yeah.
like this job.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know, it's gonna happen. I did a triathlon 2 years ago, and the three words that I said was, I will not quit.
Yeah.
I didn't quit. It was a 1.2 mile swim, a 30-mile bike ride, and a 7-mile run. And I finished it in 4 hours and 26 seconds, but I never quit. And
Right.
I and that's the idea that I want to share with people, is to never quit. And that's one of the things or one of the reasons rather, I became a transformational speaker. And of course, I'm an author, thanks to this wonderful, I mean, incredible, the indomitable, um,
Oh, keep going. No, I'm joking.
Miss Julia. So I hope I hit all the points that I needed
I
to
need your
hit.
contact information. How can people find
Yeah,
you?
yeah, that's the most important. So I'm pretty easy and accessible to reach on all social media platforms. So I'll go down the litany of them. So it's LinkedIn, it's just simply my name, Leonard Chatman with a T, Chatman Jr. Facebook is the same, and then you can find my public profile page, Chatman Speaks. So the @ symbol, Chatman Speaks, and please go like the page. And Twitter is JR_LEN, Junior_Len. And Instagram is the same thing, JR_Len.
Wow. Well, I think it's incredible what you're striving to do and what you are doing. I'm not going to say striving because he's on the move and doing it every single day to be
Thank you.
that number one transformational speaker. Ever since I've met him, he has been on the move and doing his thing. So in school, so
Thank you.
feel free to reach out to him, to invite him, fly him in for your conferences, schools, educators. I
Thank you.
highly recommend this young man. You can follow him and watch him for a while because I know people do that. And they're like, I'm not just going to take Julia's recommendation. Don't worry.
Sure.
Don't, no problem at all. Just follow him and you'll see, oh, we need to get him into our school. We need him to empower our young people. Now, I know your mother is a number one inspiration for you because I cannot even imagine as a 3-year-old having that
Yeah.
happen to your mother, your mainstay. I want you to speak to the 3-year-old brown boy that you
Hmm.
were, and the 3-year-old, 5-year-old, 8, 9, 10-year-old brown boy who is out there now, who is not coming from a stable home environment, who is not coming from someone championing them and telling them that they can do it. So you, as now a grown brown man, speak to that young person that not only you were or that you see every day, because that's got to be a part of your motivation. Your number one, of course, is yourself, your family, and your mother. But a part of that has to be seeing yourself in these young people.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we always hear that cliche. If I know now, what I could use back then, I would be a better person.
Sure.
So it's kind of like that sentiment. But I'll speak to the 3-year-old black boy um, that's listening, or that will be listening to this recording years down the line, after this brand reaches millions. And I'm not talking about my brand, I'm talking about your brand, Ms. Julia.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. So I would tell that young black boy to, while his mother lost her sight, her 2020 sight, she never lost the vision for her life. So beyond her sight, where she's not able to read, she's not able to drive, I did all those things for her. And I grew up tremendously faster than the normal kid.
Mhm.
So I would say to that young black boy, never lose your vision. Never, always have a sense of direction. You know, always be conscious of where you're going. So if your mom sends you out to, please go to the kitchen and pick up that book that's in the middle of the floor, you know that you have a direction. You have something to do. You have the thing to do is to pick up the book. The direction is in the middle of the floor in the living room, right?
Right.
Never lose your vision. Always have a sense of direction. Do never live aimlessly, right? Always have a end in mind. Yes, I hear everybody wants to be a basketball player. Go forward, but go forward with every energy in your soul, and then have a backup plan afterwards. So I would say to that young kid, never lose your vision. Always have a sense of direction. Know where you're going. Know who you want to meet. Know what you're seeking to accomplish, and that's what I would share.
Incredible, incredible. We're going to take just a moment and we'll be right back with more with Mr. Leonard Chatman Jr. Yes, it does. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Come on, I don't know about nobody else, but look at me. I am. Yes, I am. Look at me. I have. I will. Yes, I will. Come on, point to your neighbor and say, yes, you are. Come on, get an attitude with it. I am. I'm a winner in Jesus. Come on, say it one more time. I am. Oh, come on, let the devil hear you say it. I am. Come on, altos, what you got? Every time. When God's winning, I'm winning. God's in me and he's in you. And we win every time. Maybe not the battle. Maybe not a skirmish, but the war we win. Come on, tell us what you got. I'm a winner. Every day, every way. Oh, come on, yes I am. Winner in Jesus, I'm a winner. Oh yeah, yes I am. I'm a winner. I am. Come on. We're gonna put it all together. Come on, every day. When you wake up in the morning, say it. Look in the mirror and say, I'm a winner. I'm a winner in Jesus. I am a winner. I will win. I shall win. Yes, I will. Yes. Come on, I'm a winner. Yes, I am. No losers over here. Not on the Lord's side. Yes, we will. I am a winner. Come on. Turn to that other neighbor on the other side and say it. I am a winner. I'm a winner right now. I will be a winner in the future. Yes. I am a winner. Yes, I am. Yes, I still have our guest, Mr. Leonard Chatman Jr., as a guest with us today. And I want him to talk about his two books that he's written, what they're about, how you can find them. And then I want him to speak to millions. He already has, but he will continue to speak to millions. So I want him to give us two nuggets before he goes to speak to millions. Take it away.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you for once again having me. So, the first book, you were quite instrumental in that, and I mean, you're instrumental in the second one. But the first one is titled "Unlocking Your Better Days." How ironic, how prophetic is that this is living your best life, right? Segment and podcast, and then the first book that I wrote was Unlocking Your Better Days, and the idea is to, you know, I provided keys and strategies on how really to live your best life, how to overcome adversity. You know, no matter, I realize no matter where you come from, your ethnical background, your uh, your financial landscape, how much money you got in the bank, what color you are, what gender, any of those things, adversity and challenges will come knocking at your door.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
They're gonna come knocking, and you do not want packages to begin to pile up at your door. Packages of anxiety, packages of frustration, packages of fear, packages of frustration. I mean, the list can go on and on of those packages. At some point, you're gonna have to open that door. Okay, you're gonna have to open that door and answer to those challenges, realizing that on the other side of that door, yes, it might be uncertainty, yes, it might be fear, yes, it might be anything that may come down your pipeline. But once you answer the door, on the opposite side of the door beyond the packages is strength, is power, is encouragement, is motivation. So you just got to get beyond the packages. And so that's where this book comes in, is to help you get beyond those packages. Unlocking your better days, how to move forward after adversity. Um, I I think I sold about 3,200, and that's just straight hustling. Not all of that was on Barnes and Noble and all that good stuff. I straight hustled, and I'm thankful for that. And the second one that we are going to begin pre-selling on February 10th uh, is The Art of Appreciation, the greatest unwrapped gift. The idea of it is that it's very simple. We live in a world where it's all about self. It's all about what you can do for me, and how can I benefit personally. But I want to change this culture across America of valuing and appreciating people, not for what they can do for you, but who they are in general, right? Everybody has talent, so I try to value and appreciate people's talents. The art of appreciation will go into the workplace. How to value your employees so they ain't quitting every other week.
You
You
got that
know, so
right.
now we want to talk about attrition, valuing their talents, valuing their gifts. You know, value people. People were people before they were professionals, and that's how I look at it in the workplace. Okay, I was a person before I decided to follow Christ. So we need to value the people in the churches, right? Before we value anything else. So many people go from this church, that church, because they're not being valued. Use their gifts, use their talents. So what if you got 10 people in the church that can sing? Guess what? Use all 10 of them, because God wants you to use all 10 of them for his glory anyway. You know,
Exactly.
so use people gifts, use their talents. Um, the the greatest blessings come from people you least expect it from. Okay, so if I'm walking down the street, yes, the man may be the homeless individual may have a bucket in front of him seeking, some coins or whatever the case may be, but I can guarantee you, if you peel back some layers, that homeless man got a story, and
Mhm.
that will encourage you to be better in your life's journey. So this book is really designed to create cultures across the world, internationally, of valuing people. Value your spouse. You know, they're not just your spouse. They were a human being. They were a person before they met you or before you met them. So value the person, right? Value their gifts. Appreciate what they bring to the table. Don't be in competition, you know, things of that nature. And that's what the real deal is about, the art of appreciation, just valuing and appreciating people for who they are and not necessarily what they always can do for you.
That's excellent, excellent. Okay, so you don't have to give us the two nuggets for millions, because you've given us about 25 nuggets that we should take away, and I really, really appreciate it. All right, so that should be your audition tape enough for you to reach out and follow and invite Mr. Leonard Chatman Jr. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, find him everywhere. And Chatman Speaks, I believe, is the other.
Yes, and if someone wants to reach out via email, they can do so as well. And it's author, the traditional spelling, author at leonardchatmanjr.org.
Author at leonardchatmanjr.org. Find him, reach out to him, follow him on social media, invite him to your next event, conference, to speak at your organizational. I know that you're always looking for transformational, not just motivational, but transformational speakers to take it to the next level. Individuals, people, to be able to be not only inspired, not only be educated, not only to be instructed, but also to be transformed to take their lives and your organization to the next level. So thank you so much, Leonard Chatman Jr., for all that you do for the world and for the nation. I'm Dr. Julia Royston, encouraging you today, tomorrow, and always to live your best life. So you've always wanted to write a book, and you've always been told that you have a story which should be in a book. You haven't done it yet. It's not done, but let me help you write that book now. No, not wait another moment, not wait another day. Let's write that book now together. I'm Julia Royston of BK Royston Publishing, helping you get your message to the masses, turn your words into wealth, and write that book now. Reach out to me. Let's talk about your book at bkroystonpublishing.com or schedule an appointment at www.talkwithroyston.com. That's talkwithroyston.com. I look forward to speaking to you soon, and let's get started today writing that book now. Live each and every day, love and live